Namaste. Namaste and welcome. Welcome. This is Shantal from She Achieves Studio in the morning yoga card pull. The pose I am in this morning is Sukhasana. I think I was in it last week as well. It's always good to give the hips a unilateral stretch. So let's begin this morning. Whether you're watching this live or the recording, we're going to call in sacred space right away and get the ball rolling. We have some white buffalo sage to help bring in some of the elements, to help clear some energy, to help invoke energy, to release what no longer serves us today, however it may have served us yesterday, and to give us the opportunity and freedom to move beyond. And we smudge the cards as well. Oh yeah, they need a little energy bath. That's what I love about cleansing is it really is a sense of cleaning, and it's just like cleaning the teeth, cleaning the dishes, cleaning the house. We have to clean our house, our energetic house, physical house, emotional house, mental house, and even spiritual house, because sometimes things get dirty and we got to clean them. And we are cleaning our space and the intention. And we call upon all of the guardians of the galaxies to help guide us into this morning for this card pull on a Monday morning, if that's when you're watching it. And if you're not, it might be a different morning. However, it can be attended to as well, whatever day you're watching this. So we call upon the sacred spirit of the South, yes. Serpent, Shakti, divine feminine. We call upon spirit of the West, Jaguar, for stealth. And the beautiful part about Jaguar is it doesn't waste energy. It doesn't waste energy on things that it doesn't need. Okay, so how can we learn from that? Call upon spirit of the North, hummingbird, for tenacity and courage. Oh, courage. We love the courage. And spirit of the East Eagle. I love it. Spirit of the East Eagle. Yay! For being the overseer, the overwatcher, yet having complete focus and clarity. As above, as below, from Mother Earth to Father Sky, in between and all around. May we be guided and protected in this light and love through this card pull. Beautiful. All right, let's start with yoga. Yoga. Who wants to start their morning with yoga? I do. Pick me. I do. Okay, so let's see. Let's just keep this open today and let the universe guide us. The universe is so blatant in the morning. Dharana. Oh my gosh, this card comes up a lot. Dharana. Okay, guiding us into the morning, Dharana, which is yoga. And oh no, it's spirituality, right? No, wrong on both accounts. Really? I'm pretty sure it is. There we go. Yoga. I thought it was yoga. Okay. Yes, it's part of the 8 limbs of yoga, which is from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, which is ancient scriptures and verses that we can follow to attune ourselves into our higher self, whatever that means to you. It's sort of like the yoga rules of life. And they're actually quite wonderful. We use them in GUNA yoga school, and we go through the 8 limbs of yoga and the Yoga Sutras to an extent of not only memorizing them, learning them, but also embodying them. Okay, so we bring them from a thought form into a sense of an embodiment. So dharana is a single focus concentration. Okay, it's time to focus your mind on one goal to undergo the transformation that comes from concentration. So finish the task at hand. I invite you today to see if you can if there's a task that you're doing through the day that you see it through to completion if you can, or at least if that's not applicable, to focus on one task at hand and see if you can do that. For example, listening to someone talking without being on the phone, texting someone and focusing on that text instead of doing two other things at the same time. Okay. The birthing, or hang on a sec, hang on, or practicing yoga and being in that moment and really giving yourself permission to be in that moment into the asana, the mantra, the mudra, the pranayama, whatever it is. Okay. The birthing process of an idea takes deep commitment to usher it to life. Through single focused commitment, you will be able to deepen your understanding of your goal and from its core, bring it to fruition. Okay. So we need to have, like, we want to have that intention, yet if you have 5 intentions, how can you hone in on one intention to keep that single point of focus? This is your time to say no to everything that is not related to your dharma, to the dharma. So that is the true, I call it the true essence of you. So karma is sort of the results of our actions, right? If we constantly go around being in a negative or heavy mindset, um, consciously or unconsciously, that creates a sense of frequency and vibration that the universe picks up on. So if you want to get out of something, try to raise the frequency somehow. And we do this in yoga anyways. We do this through pranayama, asana, mudra, and mantra. Okay. This is your time to say no to everything that is not related to the dharma. Practice dharana and focus on what it is you came to this earth to do. So find your soul essence. I'm just going to open up my legs here. Go into a deeper stretch. There we go. To find what brings you passion. Find what brings you passion, that aliveness, that tingling in the belly, that tingling in the heart, where your mind is free and you feel like you are the bouquet. You feel like you are the flowers and the floral arrangement. That sense of openness and wonderment and expansion. Okay, there's a reason we feel tight and heavy, and there's a reason we feel expanded as well. Okay. Beautiful. So we're going to piggyback off that. Dharana. So what happens? Let's ask the universe. Cool. So we're going to try and stick to the task at hand. Focus on one piece of information, so to speak, at a time. And then what do we do with it? What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Ooh, there you go. Wide open. Okay, so so she's expanding, she's ascending. She's thinking about it. She's thinking about ascending. She's looking up to, it looks like, a big moth or butterfly. Actually, it kind of looks like a flying squid. Right up there, it looks like a flying squid to me. If there is such a thing. I suppose in the Akashic realm, there could be a flying squid. So let's find out how we can actually embody the single point of focus. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all of the bounty of life's endless possibilities. So possibilities. Okay, how does possibilities work with a single point of focus? Okay, let's read this and then we can have a discussion. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. Okay, so there's lots of options opening up. And the first card was Dharana, the single point of focus. So if we have all of these opportunities opening up around us, how are we supposed to keep a single point of focus when there's so much going on all of the time? I don't know. Let's keep reading and find out. The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Okay, so if we are looking around at everything that's going on and not paying attention to each person, place, or thing and give it our attention, we may miss out on it. Okay, we may miss out on that experience. Okay, so single point of focus. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. So that is sacral and throat chakra self-expression. The universe is supportive of these new ideas and approaches at this time. So speak up and speak out. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. Speak your truth, okay? To yourself first. Speak your truth to yourself first. This card is the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space. Oh, it's a maverick. Okay. Space of possibility. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream. So allow a greater vision to replace old ideas. So what was yesterday is not today. How can we learn from yesterday yet move into today with clarity, focus, in order for us to see the whole picture, just like Spirit Eagle, and yet hone in on the space, hone in on one space, okay? Hone in on the mouse while we see the whole picture. I'm going to move into Badakanasana. Feet together, knees open, knees can be supported, chest is lifted, head is humbled. Whether you're doing the pose, practicing the pose or not, that's the pose I'm in right now. Okay, so this is a morning of namaste. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching live. I invite you into this space with open arms, lots of love and light to connect to the universe. Why are these card pulls happening in the morning? Well, I'm already situated with Sweat and Serenity, which is the 3-month series. It's an online morning series for 30 minutes, 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. online. And we go into kettlebell yoga. And it's a beautiful way to start the day, because sometimes we, like the people in the group, we wake up and we're like, oh, we're tired, we just had the time change yesterday, and that affects energy, right? Because time is energy, money's energy. So if we look at time and money, sometimes two big obstacles and excuses in people's lives, and we look at them as energy, how can we move through energy? Just like, how do we move through energy of being sleepy, energy of being angry, energy of being hungry, energy of being full? Okay. Number one, well, it takes willingness. Obviously, it takes willingness to be able to be cognizant about that. So now I'm in past the Sweat and Serenity. It's done at 7:30, and I thought, why not just come and talk universe? Whether anybody shows up or not, the universe hears, the universe vibrates, it feels our frequencies. Okay, so what we put out there is what is radiating around us. Okay, and you are in command of that, yet it may not always be easy, yet it is accessible with a little bit of work sometimes. Beautiful. Okay, so the cards this morning give us an opportunity, and every morning while I'm here, Monday through Friday, 7:45 to about 8:30, the cards open us up into a higher vibration than the mind. We may still be holding on to something from yesterday, and it gives us an opportunity anyways to explore how we can move through the door. How can we just move through the door? Just open the door, see the door, open the door, decide whether to move through the door or not. Okay. And sometimes we need that single point of concentration, which was Dharana, the first card that was pulled. We need to hone in, just like the eagle, just like the hummingbird, just like Shakti, and just like Jaguar. Hone in, take this big funnel and bring it in and hone it in. And that's challenging, right? And that's why maybe we invite yoga into the practice. And it can give us that single point of concentration that we're looking for, that we might use other things, people, places, or things to help us achieve that goal, when really the single point of concentration and mindfulness is actually inside of ourselves. Okay. And it really is simple. It's just not easy all the time. That's for sure. And then our next card was wide open. So that really, both of those cards, when you look at it, are bringing together yin and yang, the single point of concentration, yet being wide open. And how can we unite those two? How can we hone in and anchor in both of those and come out with another product that we can actually use in our everyday life? And when we're recognizing that we are focusing on the task at hand, and that there still is, even though we're focusing on that task at hand, there's still a big expansion of life happening. There's still lots of things moving and vibrating around us. Okay. And it takes consistency and it takes sustainability. So this is the next pose. Well, I'm in Sukhasana, kind of half lotus right now. And we're going to ask the enchanted cards, how do we sustain this? Because I'm all about sustainability. It's great to get started on a project. It's great to move through things and see the beauty in life, even though it can be jagged and rigid sometimes. How can we sustain this feeling of this bouquet, this aroma? How can we sustain the product of, ooh, this is good. How can we sustain the product of Dharana and wide open and expansion? Single point focus and expansion. Oh, I missed it. Let's try it again. Hang on a sec. Okay, let's bring in some deep belly breaths. Breathe into the belly. Fill up into the third eye. Soften the jaw. Feel the tongue. Come into that single point of focus and feel the expansion around you. How can we sustain this universe? How can we sustain this? Can you give us a sign? There we go. Unexpected visitors. Looks like Alice in Wonderland, sort of. Unexpected visitors. Isn't that interesting? 41, which comes right before wide open. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. Okay, so this is how we are sustaining the product of single point concentration and expansion. Both of those together, how do we sustain that? And that is by releasing attachment to the outcome. Beautiful. I love it. Right? Who's with me? Yes. Detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Paradigm shifts. Heavy. Expect the unexpected, no matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be. Absolutely. You can plan. We know this. You can plan, and that's never a guarantee. Okay. I find it really interesting how we try to do that as humanity. We try to plan. We try to force the outcome so hard. And that's when that's the direction of energy, that can get really exhausting, especially when you find that, the outcome isn't what you expected. And that can be very draining and frustrating. So let's see. There are times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. Yeah, they're going to happen. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of life is beginning to get interesting. No one can plan for synchronicity, for fate and destiny to meet, except spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for now. Okay, so I love this. No one can plan for synchronicity. Yeah, synchronicities, we can hope for them. We can try to, manifest them, but in essence, It's, well, in the Akashic records, it's a predetermined experience that happens. And only spirit knows that. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure you weren't expecting. There's a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. So there is something which that can happen, I think, in any time, that you make the plan, you have the schedule. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do this, and it doesn't happen. I'm going to give you an example. Exactly that happened to me on Friday. I had 3 sessions with Lovely's booked. I was going down to the urban market Saturday all day to hang out there, and Sunday, and then Friday, moon cycle came and I was laid out flat because the energy for moon cycle, especially at half moon when it lines up with the moon phases for me, is very, very profound. It's a big sense of letting go, and I surrender into it. So I had this this situation come up, and I had to think about, okay, what about the 3 lovelies and the sessions that I had? I'm trying to run a business. I'm trying to share and spread the word of the universe with others through yoga. And yet I'm laying in bed, just chilling out and letting the body rest. And I had this sense of guilt about it because I didn't want to cancel these 3 lovelies because of this greater picture, right? Yet the single point of focus was taking care of the body in that moment, because I knew it wasn't going to serve me or anyone not being able to have the capacity to hold space. So I surrendered into it, canceled the sessions, canceled the Saturday at the urban market, and honored that. Was it hard? Absolutely. Ego was like, you should not cancel your day. You got to show up no matter what. It's like, well, I showed up for the practice, and that was about all I could do. And I honored that. So can that be enough? When you show up to greet an unforeseen circumstance, can you show up with all of you the best that you can in that moment? And can that be enough? Can that be enough? Can can just showing up be enough? I don't know. That's a question you can ask yourself if that resonates with you. All right, my loves, this is it for today. Wow, we boogied through this quite quickly. 3 cards. Moral of the story today is match. Not really match. Let's try that again. The moral of the story today from the universe is to acknowledge the single point of concentration and focus while still observing the expansion around you, and to help you sustain that, release the attachment to the outcome. Wow, that's very cool. I'm going to share that with you. Sat Nam, thank you very much. Check out She Achieves Studio, please. Today is the last day before voting begins for the Iron Warrior Yoga, the Yoga Warrior contest. Check out Vote for Me tomorrow. Check out sheachievestudio.com on the homepage. Read my profile to understand where the vision comes from, a single point of concentration into the expanded world, which I want to be able to sustain. Check it out. And also, this is the final week of GUNA Yoga registration, where it is yoga teacher caliber training for you to teach you and for you to learn from you through GUNA Yoga School. And then from there, you can decide if you want to teach to others. And always, always, it all begins within you. Thank you for sharing this space and time, the single point of concentration into expansion, releasing limitations and expectations with mine. I say namaste, peace out. I love you all. Satnam. I shall see you tomorrow.